Alright guys, Rollout here and welcome back to another video. This one is just going to be on how to make money as a producer. I'm just going to be answering that one question there, giving my take on it, and a few other pointers, just saying how I feel about it, all that stuff. So let's get into it. First of all, I would like to just say it's not exactly easy. Starting a business isn't easy, but it's a choice you have to kind of make. And if you want to start your business and you want to know exactly where to go to get money to start off, you need to know that you do kind of need money to keep going with it. You do need to build a foundation about money. You do need to kind of build a recurring theme of making money, how to whether it be YouTube or actual sales. Now both of them I feel are the main ways to get paid as a producer. I'll talk about why. So selling beats, of course, is how most people kind of view it. Like, they think being a producer, all you do is sell beats to make money and that's it. But that's obviously not the case. That is one way. You can branch out. This is one way to do it, just sell beats. How you would do that, it's very fleeting. Like, you can't tell if someone's going to like your track or your beat. You kind of just have to keep working at it, and eventually people will come. Eventually, if you work hard, people will eventually show interest. Now, if you start Twitter, if you've got a Twitter and you message people and DM them and stuff, asking about, do you want to, are you interested in buying a beat and all this stuff, if you message all these people, you're probably not going to get much of a response. Or even worse than no response, it's when people ask you your prices and they pretend they're interested and they get your hopes up, kind of. They're like, oh, someone's interested in my music, someone's going to buy my music, this is great, like, I'm going to get more money in my pocket. Most of the time, honestly, that's not going to happen. They're going to say, okay, yeah, sure, I'll maybe buy it later, and they never do. Now, that's maybe just me, but there is a small percentage of people that will pay for these beats, and they will pay if, I guess, they like the sound, if they're serious about themselves, or that could just be me projecting my feelings, but maybe they just don't like certain types of music, or it's not the beat for them. But you are going to get a lot of people that won't really commit. People won't commit to it, and the reason people won't commit, there's a lot of reasons, mostly just it's the whole online thing with money, like PayPal and everything. People kind of get nervous about it. They don't know if it's legit, which does help when you're seeing people in person and working it all out and coming both to an agreement about how much money you want from the project, how much, all that stuff. But that is one way to get paid. Very difficult way. I will agree, it's quite a difficult way to do it, especially if you're wanting something maintained, if you're wanting something constant. But the biggest advice I can give to producers is about this topic is just don't look to be selling your beats to everyone. Like, don't look to be selling them to every single person in the world because you need all that money right away. Try and just find a connection with one or two artists. Really get to kind of know them, get to know their music, build a relationship, and talk to them and help them out with their music, like promote it, like retweet it, or just network with people and work with them on a real basis, so it's not fake. Like, it's not, you don't have to pretend that you're just doing it for the money, when you're not just doing it for the money. If you just want to make money as a producer, that's fine, but I mean, money is not going to bring you your happiness, as probably you'll have heard. It is a nice supplement to working with artists and working on projects and hearing it all come out as a finished product. That's what a lot of producers do it for. That's why a lot of producers enjoy what they do, and that's fine as well. But payment does have to come with it. If you're owning a business, you will always need to get paid for your product. And if you think, oh, I'm just going to give it to them for free because they'll maybe get me more attention, well, that's not going to happen. That's only going to happen if you get a huge artist and maybe people hear your beat. Like, if And believe me, it's extremely hard to get in contact with any big artist. I honestly mean that, like, from all my experience. You can spam them all day. They're not going to answer you on Twitter. They're not going to do anything. Even you can go through their management sometimes, but it's very difficult. You'll need to find their management and email them if you want to work with them, and there's a very slim chance that'll happen. But that can be a way to get publishing deals, which is what I'm going to go into for the next topic. So publishing deals are it's an agreement between a writer and the producer. It grants certain rights to one of the produced songs, and that kind of, it'll make an agreement. So say you make a beat for someone, you make a beat for, I don't know, Wiz Khalifa or something, just off the top of my head, and he says, okay, let's do this as a publishing deal. You get 40%, I get 60. So 40-60. That's usually where most people draw the line. Like 40-60 seems like a good number. 40 for the producer, 60 for the artist, which means all the money on that will be kind of brought back to them. That will be all the money. 40% will go to you, and 60% will go to you. This you will need a contract for. So this is another way to get paid, but you do need a contract for it. So with a contract, at least you've got, if there's any problems with it, you can go to court and say, this was the deal hasn't happened, I want my money. And you should be fine with the contract, since you both agreed on that one thing. With publishing contracts, you can have an upfront payment, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe you can have an upfront payment to be like, right, pay this just because I need some money up front to give you this. And yeah, that's just like a personal thing. You don't have to, you can just start a publishing contract, and but that can also be a way to get cheated, because I feel that's a way for artists to kind of be like, oh, well, I didn't make any money on it, so you're not going to get any money out, but I use your product. That's why upfront payments with a publishing contract, I feel, are the best way forward, because you've got some money, they paid for your product, and if they wanted to buy exclusive, this is leasing, by the way, like leasing publishing contracts. If they wanted to buy an exclusive, they could have the rights to it. You just pay up front, like, make that price, if you're having an exclusive price, make it quite high. Make it quite high, because you want your upfront payment, and they can make everything, they don't have to give you any percent if they buy exclusive. So you say you're talking to an artist, and he says, okay, I want to buy exclusive, I want all rights, I don't want to have to worry about all the legal stuff about paying you X percent amount of money for your product, when I just want to buy it, make sure it's mine, and then go from there. Now, with that's basically leasing as well. That's how leasing works. You make a smaller upfront payment, and then percentage made on the payment of the thing comes back to you. But you have to have an agreement with the artist while you're doing that. Excuse me. And this will bring me back to the third way I feel is a good way to get paid as a producer. It's probably the most obvious one, but YouTube. So YouTube, like I'm doing right now, if you build a channel, if you build up your channel that you want, upload constantly, you'll obviously eventually get ad revenue from it. The numbers do have to be rather high or extremely consistent for you to get ad revenue like that, but that is the way producers, that's another way they get paid, and that's a way how a lot of creatives get paid. YouTube just seems like a blessing to all creatives, because it might be hard to get the numbers up and get the likes up and all this stuff, but at the end of the day, you can make YouTube work for you. You can make it a constant income of money, and building up your name on it, building up your brand, your product, as long as you can build that up, people can't really take that away from you unless you do something fucked up, like something silly that loses you subs or something. But that can be a substantial amount of income for you to take the pressure off of just producing. So if you're producing constantly, like over and over again, you're not getting many sales, it can get very, very difficult to keep going, because you feel like, I can't keep going like this. You know, I need more money if I'm going to continue this, which is why YouTube comes into it, and publishing, of course, comes into it. And YouTube seems to, especially if you're making videos about music production, if you're teaching people, eventually people are going to kind of be like, they're going to respect you, and they're going to bring up to, they're going to want to follow you, and they're going to want to listen to everything you do because you've helped them out. You know, you're working with them, and you know, you're helping them out, and that's what a lot of people need, especially starting up as a producer, because as you'll know, it's very difficult to make it. No, sorry, it's not. I didn't mean it's very difficult to make it. I mean it's very difficult to get started as a producer. So you'll remember, if you're a producer and you're listening to this, when you first got started and everything was just like, you know, it was like alien technology. You didn't have a clue what you were doing, what you were saying, what you were just, it's not saying, seeing. You didn't know shit about YouTube, basically. Not YouTube, producing. And everything can be so daunting. And what do people do when they have a problem? They usually, in today's society, they usually just Google it or YouTube it, and you know, write it down or talk about it with their friends, to be like, this is how I did this, and information spreads. If you are one of those people that are starting up and getting, you know, trying to do all this, and you're just starting out, the best way I can describe it is write it down in a notebook like you would in a classroom. If this is what you want to do with your life, you need to write it down so it's always there for reference. And if it's always there for reference, you know, you can go back to it whenever, and it stays in your head more if you write it down. You can't just think you know it all and, you know, get to a certain point and then get stagnant. But there's always things you can learn. There are always little small things you can learn that will help you, whether it's mixing or mastering or anything like that. But we're getting off topic. Back on, you know, topic, as on the money topic. Those are 3 ways to get paid. Are they easy? Is it going to be like, you're going to learn this and then money's going to start flowing in because you know how to get paid? No. It takes a very long time, first of all, for your beats to be good enough for people to buy, and it also takes a very long time to build up a YouTube following. As you see, I have 50 subscribers from this video. I appreciate every single one of them. I honestly do. But it's a small number in comparison with everyone else. But those 50 people might be interested in me as a person, me as a producer, and they might love what I do. And that's what matters. If you've got people that love what you do, the money will eventually come. The money will eventually come if you supply your work and your product and everything that makes you you. If you know, put that into your channel, get people seeing it, you will build a fan base. And be yourself. Be yourself as you're building this, because if you're pretending to be someone else, or just like faking and you're doing tight beats and you're trying to be like everyone else, you know, no one's gonna, people are just gonna be like, well, why am I watching this guy if someone else is doing it, you know, better, or the same kind of idea? Like, I don't need 2 people telling me the same thing, basically. So try and find creative ways of doing stuff. Try and find, you know, different ways of looking at things, not just like everyone else. I'm trying that myself. I'm trying as best I can, and I really enjoy making these videos, just talking to myself, helping producers out. It's nice, it's refreshing, it's very just, what's the word? It's satisfying just to help you guys out. And if you're, you know, in the YouTube game as a producer, you will realize how satisfying it can be to eventually help people out and get income from that, from helping people. And that's kind of what any job is. You know, like if you're a teacher, you're helping people learn, you're getting paid for it. If you're, you know, a swimming coach or something, you're helping people, you're getting paid for it. You have to have that mentality. You're helping people and you're getting money for helping them. Now, you can help people for years and years and no money will come in. It's just a fact of life, unfortunately. But if you really try, just go for it. Just keep going. Keep going until you just, in fact, keep going no matter what. Not until you feel sad, not until it puts you down. Just keep going. Slowly, eventually, a following will show up. A following will come. And they'll be like your friends. Like, you'll see them in the comment section, and they'll give you ideas on what to do. You won't be stuck for video ideas, and it'll just be a community built around your brand. And what else more do you want as a business, as a producer, than that? I mean, you can't just work with big name artists and build your brand that way, but for the most people, this is the best way to do it. Building up your name, your brand, yourself, and just growing with numbers and bringing up the growth until, you know, you're happy with what you're doing and you're content with, you know, your life and money coming in, and you can do whatever. You can buy more stuff, you can invest in yourself, you can do everything. You can buy more promotion with money from beat sales or YouTube money or publishing, all that stuff. But those are pretty much the 3 things that I wanted to talk about, go over quickly for you. If you guys have any questions, please ask. I'll answer everything. I'll happily explain it. I'll tell you everything I know. I'm here to help, guys. I honestly am. And yeah, that should probably be it. I just wanted to ramble for a while, and hopefully some of you guys out there see this that are struggling. And yeah, if you like this video, please, you know, like it. Dislike if you hated it, of course, and subscribe, because I do these almost every day. I've been on a bit of a, you know, uphill battle lately with personal issues, but I am still coming back, and I'm still going to do these videos because I love doing them and I love engaging with you guys. So yeah, subscribe if you want more, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks so much for watching.